हेलो दोस्तों, आज हम सॉल्व करेंगे अ न्यूमेरिकल ऑन वीसीआर सिस्टम। ये जो प्रॉब्लम है ये सबकूलिंग एंड सुपरेटिंग बिफोर कंप्रेशन का प्रॉब्लम है। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। R22 वेपर कंप्रेशन सिस्टम इंक्लूड्स अ लिक्विड टू वेपर हीट एक्सचेंजर इन द सिस्टम। अ सिस्टम of capacity 70 kilowatt operates between -8 degree Celsius and 42 degree Celsius respectively. So यहाँ पे -8 degree Celsius is the evaporated temperature and 42 degree Celsius is condenser temperature. Refrigerant is subcooled by 5 degree Celsius and superheated by 10 degree Celsius before entering the compressor. If a 4-cylinder single acting reciprocating compressor with bore to stroke ratio 1:1.2 and operating at 1200 rpm is used, then we have to find out COP of the system, ideal COP, mass per rate of the refrigerant, theoretical piston displacement per minute, bore and stroke of the compressor, assuming the volumetric efficiency of compressor as 80%. And to find out all this, we require the refrigerant properties. Those are given in the table. Now let us solve this problem carefully. To understand this problem carefully, first of all हम लोगों को देखना पड़ेगा कि how our ideal VCR system works. Now if you see this point 1' here, that is dry saturated vapor. In our ideal condition, that 1' point is dry saturated vapor. That is nothing but entry of the refrigerant to the compressor, where isentropic compression takes place in the compressor. So this line shows the isentropic compression up to this point, which is nothing but the entry to the condenser now, where heat is rejected in the condenser, and at the exit of the condenser we get saturated liquid. So this 3' point is nothing but saturated liquid in ideal condition. Then it enters into the expansion device, where expansion takes place at constant enthalpy. Isenthalpic expansion takes place. So we get point number 4', which is nothing but now entry to the evaporator, where that refrigerant absorbs the heat from the substances, thereby it transfers into the dry saturated vapor, again that is at 1' point. Now in this problem we have given that the refrigerant is superheated by 10 degree Celsius before entering the compressor. That means जो भी refrigerant है वो superheat हो रहा है by 10 degree Celsius, and that is now at 1 point, that is before compression. Along with that we have given subcooled by 5 degree Celsius. That means whatever the refrigerant is after condenser, that is subcooled. That means temperature of that refrigerant is again dropped up to this 3 point, that is by 5 degree Celsius compared to this 3' point. Okay, so this is what the change in numerical. Okay, so let us solve this problem now. So first of all हम लोग note down करेंगे what is given in the problem, right? So refrigerant दिया हुआ है R22, so we will write that. So R22 is the refrigerant. Refrigerating effect, that is capacity of the refrigerating system दिया हुआ है, that is RE. We can write that refrigerating effect, that is capacity 70 kilowatt. Okay, then evaporated temperature is given, that is -8 degree Celsius, that is corresponding to 1' point. So I'll write that. So T1' is given -8 degree Celsius. Then condenser temperature is also given, so T2', that is temperature corresponding to 2' point, or we can say 3' point. Okay, so that is equal to 42 degree Celsius. So it is 42 degree Celsius. Now subcooling is given, so delta T subcooling. So I'll write that like this. So delta T subcooling, that is by 5 degree Celsius. Along with that delta T, that is superheating, that is given by 10 degree Celsius. Superheating is done by 10 degree Celsius, right? Along with that we have given diameter of the compressor to the length of the compressor ratio is given as 1:1.2. Then RPM of the compressor N1200 RPM revolutions per minute. volumetric efficiency is given, that is 0.8, nothing but 80%. Along with that, we have given that specific heat of the refrigerant in liquid side and in vapor side. So CPL is given, CPL is equal to 1.24 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and CPV is also given 0.74 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay, so now let us solve the problem. So for each and every problem VCR system, first of all we have to find out enthalpies corresponding to all the points. So here in this problem we have to find out enthalpies at 1, 2, 3 and 4 point. Okay, so enthalpy here for 3 and 4 is same because 3 to 4 process is isenthalpic process where enthalpy remains constant. So as we get the enthalpy of 3, so that is enthalpy of 4 point also. Okay, so let us start with the 1 point, that is enthalpy of refrigerant before compression. So H1 we have to find out. So H1. Okay, so how to find out H1? If you see this point 1, that is in superheated state, right? So that enthalpy of the superheated state refrigerant is equal to, we can say, enthalpy of this 1 dash point, that because the enthalpy of that 1 dash point we can get from the table only, right? So enthalpy of that refrigerant at 1 dash point plus how much heat is added into that refrigerant to convert that into superheated state, that is up to 1 degree, 1 point. Okay, so we can write that as, so H1 dash plus how much heat is added to convert that into superheated state. So the temperature is increased by 10 degrees Celsius. So we can say that the heat is added by CPV into delta T superheat. Okay, delta T superheat. So here in this case we have to find out H1 dash, along with that we have to find out this one. Okay, now this H1 dash we get from the table. What is that? Corresponding to evaporated temperature minus 8 degrees Celsius, right? And the enthalpy is vapor enthalpy because that point 1 dash is dry saturated vapor and that lie on the saturated vapor line. So table values are given on the saturated line only, right? So that H1 dash is nothing but 402.3. Okay, so 402.3 plus CPV. Now CPV is the specific heat of refrigerant in vapor state, vapor side. So it is given as 0.75. So 0.74 into superheat temperature. How much it is? 10 degrees Celsius. So this one is 10 degrees Celsius. So if I calculate this value of H1, it comes up to be equal to 409.7 kilojoule per kg. Kilojoule per kg. So we get first enthalpy, that is 409.7 kilojoule per kg. Now next, enthalpy of refrigerant at 2 point, that is after compression. Okay, so it is equal to H2. How to find out that enthalpy? So that enthalpy of this 2 point is equal to enthalpy of this 2 dash point plus the heat added to convert that 2 dash point to 2, that is the Cp into delta T, that is the temperature difference between 2 and 2 dash point. Okay, so it is equal to H2 dash plus CPV again here because that refrigerant is in vapor state again. Okay, CPV into delta T. So here delta T is nothing but how much? The temperature difference between 2 and 2 dash point. Okay, so we can write that as H2 dash plus CPV into T2 minus T2 dash. T2 minus T2 dash. Now in this relation we can find out S2 dash. It is corresponding to 42 degrees Celsius temperature, right, in the table, right. CPV is also known to us. Now that T2 dash is also known to us. It is again equal to 42 degrees Celsius. But in this relation we do not know what exactly is T2. So first of all we have to find out that T2 value, that is refrigerant temperature after compression. So what is the way to find out that? What relation we know? We know that the entropy of 1 point and entropy of 2 point is same, because the compression 1 to 2 process is isentropic compression where entropy remains constant. So we can write as S1 equal to S2. S1 equal to S2, right? Now what is S1 here? What is S1? It is nothing but the entropy corresponding to 1 point. What is that? It is equal to S1 dash, entropy corresponding to 1 dash point, plus entropy change from the process 1 dash to 1. That is, I can write like this, 1 dash to 1. Entropy change to convert that refrigerant from 1 dash to 1. Right, so this is how we write the entropy of 1 point. Okay. Now, the entropy change for any process when temperature and pressure are variable are given by, what is that? The entropy change for a process when temperature and pressure are variable. When temperature and pressure are variable is given by, there is one relation जिसको हम लोगों को यूज करना है यहाँ पे. What is that? Entropy change for a process where the temperature and the pressure is changing. Right? What is that relation? Entropy change. It is equal to Cp into natural log T2 upon T1 minus R into natural log P2 upon P1. Okay. Now if you see here we have to find out delta S, this relation. ये हम लोगों को निकालना है because S1 dash हम लोगों को मिल जाएगा from the table only. Right? So we are concentrating on entropy change from 1 dash to 1 for the process 1 dash to 1. Now during this process the pressure is constant. Okay, during this process 1 dash to 1 pressure is constant. So this relation becomes 0. Okay, this relation becomes 0. So that means what? Delta S 1 dash to 1 is nothing but what? CPV log n of, what is that relation? Here it is equal to T2 upon T1. In our relation that would be equal to CPV into log n of, what is that? T1 upon T1 dash. T1 upon T1 dash. So let us find out that value now. So it is equal to delta S1 dash to 1 equal to, what is CPV here? 0.75. So 0.74, sorry, into log n of the temperature T1. How much is T1 here? T1 temperature सुपरहीट हो रहा है बाय 8 डिग्री सेल्सियस, सॉरी बाय 10 degree Celsius. So initial temperature is how much? Minus 8 degree Celsius. So if I add temperature 10 degree Celsius here, so we get temperature of 1.2 degree Celsius. Okay, right? So here the temperature of T1 is equal to 2 degree Celsius. So 2 plus, to convert that into Kelvin, we write here 273 divided by temperature here is what? 1 dash point. So it is equal to minus 8 degree Celsius. So minus 8 plus 273. Okay, that is what the delta S1, right? So if I write for S1 now, that would be equal to S1 dash, the entropy corresponding to 1 dash point, that is corresponding to minus 8 degrees Celsius. The value of that entropy equal to how much? 1.764. That is vapor side. Okay, because the refrigerant at 1 dash is dry saturated vapor. So we have to write for the entropy for vapor side. So 1.764 is the value. So here 1.764 plus this value now. How much it is? 0.74 into natural log 2 plus 273 divided by minus 8 plus 273. So if we solve this problem, we will get final answer for S1, that is equal to 1.7914. Okay, the value of S1 is equal to 1.7914. Now that is equal to how much? S2. Okay, let us write for that. So S1 we got S1 equal to 1.7914, which is also equal to S2, So similar to the S1, we can write for S2 also. Okay, what is that? It is equal to S2 dash. Okay, S2 dash, the entropy corresponding to 2 dash point, plus Cp into log n of here T2 upon T2 dash. Okay, T2 upon T2 dash, right? So let us find out that 1.7914 is equal to the entropy corresponding to 2 dash point now. What is that? The 2 dash point is corresponding to 42 degrees Celsius, right? So here again vapor side, matlab refrigerant is vapor state. So we have to go for this value 1.697. So I'll write here 1.697 plus again Cp is equal to 0.74 into natural log T2 here. So T2 हम लोगों को निकालना है. So T2 divided by T2 dash. How much it is? 42 degrees Celsius. So 42 plus 273. Okay. Now if I solve this problem, if I get the value of T2 by putting all the values and solving for T2, I get the value of T2 as 357.86 Kelvin. Okay, 357.86 Kelvin. Okay, now if I put this value in our S2 relation, that is the enthalpy of 2 point, I get the enthalpy of 2 point as H2 equal to H2 dash plus CPV into T2 minus T2 dash. Okay, so let us put all the values, right? S2 dash, S2 2 dash is corresponding to 42 degrees Celsius, so it is this one. So we have to go for vapor side enthalpy, so it is equal to 416.8. so S2 dash कितना है? 416.8 plus CPV how much? 0.74 into T2 we got 357.86 minus T2 dash, so it is equal to how much? 42 degrees Celsius. So convert that into Kelvin, so it is, we get that value as 315. So if I solve this problem carefully, if I get the value of S2, I get that value equal to how much? 448.52 kilojoule per kg. So this is how we get the H2 value, refrigerant after compression. So enthalpy corresponding to refrigerant after compression. Now let us find out enthalpy corresponding to this 3 point, that is in subcooled region. Okay, so H3. H3 equal to, now it is equal to how much, H3 dash, बिकॉज वही वैल्यू हम लोग को सबसे पहले पता होती है, बिकॉज दैट 3 डैश पॉइंट लाई ऑन द सैचुरेटेड लाइन. ओके, सो यस 3 डैश माइनस नाउ बिकॉज टेम्परेचर इज ड्रॉप फ्रॉम 3 डैश टू 3, it is subcooled by 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so temperature is dropped. So from this S3 dash value we have to remove some amount of heat to convert that into subcooled region by dropping the temperature of that liquid refrigerant from 3 dash temperature to 3 temperature, that is by 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that is equal to minus CPL here now, CPL, specific heat of that refrigerant in liquid side. Okay, and delta T subcooled, कितना subcooled है, 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so let us put the values now. Yes, 3 dash, so 3 dash is corresponding to again 42 degrees Celsius but in liquid side. Okay, so you have to go for 242.4, so 252.4 minus the value of Cp is how much, 1.24 into the temperature difference, that is subcooled temperature, how much it is, 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so if I write this value, I get the value of that H3 equal to 246.2, that is kilojoule per kg. So this value of H3 is again equal to H4 because the 3 to 4 process is isenthalpic process. So we can write this value of enthalpy H3, which is also equal to H4, equal to 246.2 kilojoule per kg. So this way we get all the values of points corresponding to 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so from all these values we can find out the COP of the system. वही हम लोगों को सबसे पहले निकालना है. So first value, that is COP of the system. COP of the system. How to find out that? What is exactly is the COP? It is desired effect upon input. So its desired effect is here how much amount of heat is absorbed in the evaporator. So enthalpy difference from 1 to 4. So we can write that as H1 minus H4 divided by how much is input. So that we give in the compressor. So this one is what our input. So enthalpy difference of that. So what is that? H2 minus H1. So which is equal to how much? H1. How much it is? 409.7 minus 246 H4 value लास्ट हम लोगों ने जो निकाला. देन H2 448.2.52 minus H1 again 409.7. Okay, so now if I solve this, I'll get the COP of the system as 4.217. Okay, 4.217. So COP we get as 4.217. Okay, now along with this COP we have to find out the ideal COP also. Okay, so let us find out that. Next equation that we have to find out is ideal COP. COP ideal. So what is the formula to find out the ideal COP? What is that? It is equal to evaporator temperature divided by condenser temperature minus evaporator temperature. So this is what the formula to find out the ideal COP. Okay, and what is the evaporator temperature? We have minus 8 degrees Celsius. So put that value minus 8. So convert that into Kelvin. So minus 8 plus 273 divided by condenser temperature. It is equal to 42 degrees Celsius. So 42, convert that again into Kelvin. So 273 minus again evaporator temperature minus 8 plus 273. So if I solve this equation, I get the value of ideal COP as 5.3. Okay, so here we get COP ideal equal to 5.3. Make sure that the value of ideal COP is always greater than what we have calculated before. Okay, अगर ये आंसर अलग आता है या फिर लेस आता है कंपेयर टू द प्रीवियस वन, आइडियल अगर कम आ रहा है, देन वी हैव मेड सम मिस्टेक. ओके, सो ऑलवेज आइडियल COP वुड बी मोर देन व्हाट इज एक्चुअल. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज व्हाट आवर मास फ्लो रेट. Okay, mass flow rate of the refrigerant. Mass flow rate of refrigerant. I'll note down that as m dot. Okay, now to find out this m dot, we always take the help of capacity. So what is capacity? It is nothing but the refrigerating effect in the evaporator. What is that? Refrigerating effect, RE. So we get that refrigerating effect equal to mass flow rate of the refrigerant, okay, into enthalpy difference in the evaporator. What is that? H1 minus H4. H1 corresponding to the evaporator temperature, evaporator point at the exit minus enthalpy at the inlet to the evaporator, right? So here in this case we know H1 also, we know H4 also. Along with that we know this RE also, that is refrigerating effect. How much it is? 70 kilowatt. Okay, so put the values and tell me the answer. So m dot, I'll note down this one point because we require that for later purpose. So m dot 1, right? So refrigerating effect, how much it is? 70. So I will write that 70 here divided by enthalpy difference, H1. How much is H1 here? 409.7. So 409.7 minus H4 value. How much it is? 246.2. So if I solve this, I'll get the value of m dot as, that is mass flow rate, 0.428. The unit is kg per second, kg per second, right? So this is what the value of the mass flow rate. Okay, now next fourth value, और क्या निकालना है हम लोगों को निकालना है theoretical piston displacement per minute. Okay, theoretical piston displacement per minute. So to find out that, we require actually volumetric efficiency. We have to take the help of volumetric efficiency. What is exactly volumetric efficiency? The volumetric efficiency is equal to actual volume flow rate, that is VA, actual volume divided by swept volume, right? So theoretical piston displacement means we have to find out here VS. Okay, we have to find out here VS, that is swept volume हम लोग को निकालना है, right? And we have to take help of this volumetric efficiency, 0.8 value दिया हुआ है, and we have to find out for that VA also. Okay, so let us first of all discuss what this VA is. VA is nothing but the volume of refrigerant at one point. Okay, volume of refrigerant at one point. Okay, now that value of VA is equal to, we can write that as m dot 1 into specific volume at one point. Okay, total volume of that refrigerant equal to mass flow rate into specific volume of that refrigerant. Okay, now in this relation m dot 1 हम लोगों को मिल चुका है, that is equal to 0.428, right? Let us first up now find out V1, specific volume at one point. Okay, now if you see point process 1-1, okay, during this process the pressure is constant. During this process pressure is constant, right? and using the relation, what is that? PV equal to MRT, right? PV equal to MRT. Here pressure is constant, then we can directly say that the volume is directly proportional to temperature. What is that? Volume is directly proportional to temperature. Here the V is nothing but specific volume. Okay, that means what? For the process 1 dash to 1, we can write that equation for V and T as V1 dash divided by T1 dash equal to V1 upon T1. Okay, now if I put the values of this V1 dash, T1 dash and T1, we get value of V1. Okay, now from the table again we get values, right? So corresponding to 1 dash point and 1 point, right? So it is equal to 0.064 divided by the temperature is corresponding to T1 dash, it is minus 8 degrees Celsius. So we have to convert that into Kelvin. So it is equal to 273 minus 8. So we get 65. 265 equal to specific volume V1 divided by, again the temperature is corresponding to 1.275. So if I solve this problem, we get specific volume of 1 point as how much? 0.0664. The unit is meter cube per kg. Meter cube per kg. Okay. Now put this value in previous relation to find out VA. What is that? M dot 1 into V1, right? So M dot 1 given we have calculated that 0.428 into the value is 0.0664. Okay, so if I write this, I'll get answer as 0.0284 meter cube per second. Meter cube per second. So if I write that in meter cube per minute, I have to multiply this by 60, right? So I get that VA actual volume equal to 0.0284 into 60, then I get value finally as 1.7 meter cube per minute. Meter cube per minute. Okay. Now if I put this value in this previous relation, we have to find out ultimately Vs, right? Then I get the value of this Vs as what we know? We know volumetric efficiency, that is equal to VA, जो कि हम लोगों ने निकाला है, और हम लोगों को निकालना है Vs. So that would be equal to Vs equal to VA upon volumetric efficiency. So VA हम लोगों ने ऑलरेडी निकाला हुआ है, that is equal to 1.7. So 1.7 divided by 0.8. So which is equal to 2.125 meter cube per minute. Okay, that is nothing but the theoretical piston displacement per minute. Okay, now our last term is specifications of the compressor, that is diameter and length of the compressor, diameter or length of the or stroke of the compressor. For that we require swept volume, that is again Vs. So already हम लोगों ने वो निकाला हुआ है, right? So what is Vs? We have Vs equal to 5/4 d square into L into number of revolutions into K. How much number of cylinders are there? K is number of cylinders, N is RPM, L is length of the stroke, D is diameter of the compressor. Okay, so in which we have found out already Vs, so it is equal to 2.125 equal to 5/4 d square, 5/4 d square into, now हम लोग को रेशियो दिया हुआ है प्रॉब्लम के अंदर, डायमीटर टू लेंथ रेशियो, so it is equal to 1:1.2, right? So I can write for L as 1.2 times diameter, right? So 1.2 times D. For L I am writing, so 1.2 times D into this N. What is that? RPM 1200 given in the problem. 1200 given in the problem, right? Again, how much cylinders are there? 4 total. अगर प्रॉब्लम को रीड करोगे केयरफुली तो हम लोगों को K मिल जाएगा, that is 4 number of total cylinders, so 4. Now in this relation only unknown is how much? What is that? D cube. तो मुझे मिल जाएगा D cube. तो अगर हम लोग इसको सॉल्व करेंगे मुझे D cube मिल जाएगा 4.697 इंटू 10⁻⁻⁴. तो इसको अगर केयरफुली सॉल्व करेंगे फ्रॉम द कैलची मुझे मिल जाएगा डायमीटर ऑफ द सिलेंडर. व्हाट इज दैट? D इक्वल टू 0.0777, दैट इज इन मीटर. ओके, इसको अगर हम लोग सेंटीमीटर में कन्वर्ट करेंगे तो मुझे D मिल जाएगा, D इक्वल टू 7.77 सेंटीमीटर. Along with that, we know we have to find out the length also. So length is also 1.2 times this 7.77. So 7.77 into 1.2. So which comes out to be equal to 9.324. That is in centimeter. Okay. So this is how we can solve the problem of superheating before compression and subcool after condenser. Okay, thank you.